In a small village at the foot of a tall mountain, there lived a huge monster in a dark cave. The monster was enormous with sharp fangs and powerful claws, which made him a source of fear for the villagers. Everyone avoided going near the mountain, and they warned their children to stay away from it. But what no one in the village knew was that this monster wasn't as evil as they thought. In reality, the monster was lonely and sad. He always dreamed of being kind and having friends to play with. Every night, he would sit at the entrance of his cave, gazing at the village from afar, wishing for the day when people would accept him among them. In the village, there lived a little girl named Sarah. Sarah was brave and smart, and she wasn't easily frightened. She always wondered why everyone was so afraid of the monster, and why no one ever tried to talk to him. Sarah decided to discover the truth for herself. One day, Sarah gathered her courage and climbed the mountain toward the monster's cave. When she arrived, she felt a little scared when she saw the monster's enormous size. But he wasn't as she had imagined. He was sitting quietly, gazing at the horizon with sadness. Sarah slowly approached and said in a calm voice, "Hello, I'm Sarah. I came to meet you." The monster was surprised by Sarah's voice and turned toward her slowly. But he wasn't angry or frightening. In fact, he looked shocked that someone had dared to approach him. The monster said in a deep voice, "Hello, I didn't expect anyone to come near me. Everyone is afraid of me." Sarah smiled and said, "I'm not afraid. I believe you're not as evil as people say. Is that true?" The monster sighed and said, "You're right. I'm not evil. I'm just lonely. I always dream of being kind and having friends, but my appearance scares everyone, so no one wants to come near me." Sarah thought for a moment and said, "Why don't you try to show your kindness to people? If they see your true nature, they'll know you're not as scary as they think." The monster smiled for the first time in a long while and said, "But how do I do that?" Sarah suggested, "You can start by helping the villagers. If they see you helping, they'll know you're not as frightening as they think." From that day on, the monster began helping the villagers in many ways. He carried heavy trees, helped build houses, and protected the farms from wild animals. At first, the villagers were scared, but they soon realized that the monster was just a kind creature who wanted to help. As time passed, people began to approach the monster and talk to him. They realized that despite his frightening appearance, his heart was full of kindness. The monster made many friends, and Sarah became his closest one. One day, the villagers held a big celebration for the monster to express their gratitude. The monster was very happy and realized that his dream had come true. He no longer felt lonely or sad. He had become a part of the village he had always dreamed of joining. In the end, everyone learned that kindness doesn't depend on outward appearance, but on what's inside our hearts.